one?
The movie? Oh,
Yeah.
God. Where the Crawdads Sing.
Okay. Where the Crawdads Sing. And that's...
Yeah. It's based on a book, and, like, it was the most estrogen-filled room I've been in a really long time. Like, I keep hearing that movie theaters are really struggling, like, post-COVID, but this thing was packed with white ladies.
Huh.
Just wall-to-wall white ladies.
Just solid white.
Pretty much. I mean, I didn't, like, examine the room too closely, but, yeah.
Where the Craw... You know what? I saw something on something, like an
I
ad.
saw something on something, okay.
Like a trailer.
Yeah.
Who's in that? Who stars in it?
People that I don't know. I think the star of it, the girl who started in it, I think she was, like, not
Kind of an unknown.
a named person really before, but she did great. Honestly, like, the movie was really good. I'm not usually one to, like, I like stupid movies, like
what?
dumb comedies and action movies and like sci-fi and fantasy dork
like
shit.
Step Brothers.
Yeah, I like Step Brothers. I like Super Troopers and you know,
is that the
silly
one,
stuff.
Is that the one? That's the one where they're all cops. Right?
Yeah,
Isn't that a Canadian movie?
I think they're Canadian. I mean, the broken lizard troop.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Got it. Yeah. That's cool. Have you So what kind of movies are you into? You like that seems like a pretty, like, I don't know, like, other than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's old. I don't know. I was just trying to think of stupid comedies.
Have you seen the new not the new Tom Cruise, the new, not Star Wars,
Batman?
No, the one with Tom
I have
Cruise.
strong feelings about the new Batman, but
Okay, tell me your feelings about it.
it was fucking lame. It was so boring.
Thank
it was
God.
the most boring
It
Batman.
fucking sucked.
Oh my God, it fucking sucked. Now, like
Hate
the
it.
design of Gotham, I really loved
The
how
visuals
Gotham
were
looked.
amazing.
The visuals were great, but literally the writing for Batman was he was just so wooden and boring, and I don't think it was the actor's fault at all. I just think he had nothing
It's the
to do.
writers.
It was so boring. Like, I mean, I'm still a sucker for like a Michael Keaton Batman. That's
Yeah.
still my favorite, but I
For
guess
sure.
a lot of times just like what you see when you're a kid is your favorite because you're biased. But, you know, I want him to be like smart and witty. Like when he's being Bruce Wayne, I want him to be like charming and funny and cool. And it was just so boring.
The second, was it the one with him in it, Batman for it. What's the one with him? Batman.
Michael Keaton, I mean,
For the first two.
I'm really bad at remembering like specific titles, especially when they're all the same. But I mean, I think it was just Batman, the first one
There was
with Jack Nicholson, and
Batman, and then Batman Returns.
Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman will forever be like,
It's so good.
yes, amazing,
Batman
amazing.
Returns or something, I think. Was the second one with her.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Her and Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito Penguin is so perfect. Oh my God.
Yeah, after I watched the new Batman, which, wait for it on streaming because I thought it sucked.
Yeah, it was. I mean, people are going nuts. I liked the Batmobile and I liked Gotham, but the movie was.
Yeah, and they used that Nirvana song twice. I was
Yeah, well, they want to
Do you-
get their money out of it, I guess.
yeah, but that's cheap. Like, that's like,
yeah.
whoever was in charge of production for that movie, and I've never produced a movie, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But you had enough money.
Yeah, you could have played different songs
or score something.
Yeah, have a really cool movie
so
score.
Many incredible, like
Yeah, something
Jesus
moody to go
Christ.
with like the rainy, dark Gotham. Yeah,
anything, like, and use that one at the end or in the beginning or in the middle. Use it one time. It's like going to see Toto and they played Africa at the top and the bottom. It's
yeah.
like, come on, guys.
Yeah, you
Like,
got other songs,
Yeah,
right?
and-
I don't know what they are, but you have them. I know.
Your true fans know what they are.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
And I thought another thing that I thought was like kind of silly was what was it? There was a scene where they were up on top of like this sort of like not a roof, but they were in an abandoned building, and like they would look out into like it was a high rise, and they were
Yeah.
looking out over the city, but there were so many scenes shot there, like at different
Yeah,
times.
like they're just like using that set because they have it.
Yeah, they used it all at
Dang.
once. I know
Yeah.
they did. That's exactly.
Yeah.
They had that set, and they just kept going back there and talking about shit. And then like he kept telling Commissioner Gordon all the answers.
I just wasn't into it. It was fine. Like I wasn't sitting through it like this is terrible, but you know.
Like I couldn't wait for the credits. I was like, please hurry up.
Yeah, it was just dull.
I didn't even wait to see if there was something at the end.
Yeah.
I left.
Yeah.
It was too long. And then the scene where they were in fucking Madison Square Garden and there was like the flood or came ever. What, remember?
Oh yeah.
And like the whole Madison Square Garden was like destroyed and there was water and people rushing around.
Yeah.
No one hurt.
Nobody.
Not one person. Not even one baby got hurt.
Not even one fragile. If they had just killed one baby, I'd have loved it.
Yeah.
But
they didn't kill any toddlers.
I'm pro baby killing, so you know. Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
Just brought the energy right down. Sorry. But no, I like superhero movies. I like, you know, dumb shit.
Did you ever see that movie Brightburn where it was like it came out last year? Maybe it was like it's like a Superman story. It's not Superman, but it's like an alien comes to Earth and this couple finds it and they don't have a baby and so they take it as their own. But so he's raised and then he starts figuring out that he has powers.
Yeah.
But he like goes nuts. Fucking just goes crazy.
That's awesome.
It's scary.
I have not. I've never heard of that. I'll have to check it out though. But I love like alternate Superman takes. Like there's a really good comic book called Irredeemable, and it's like an alternate. Like what if Superman was crazy and shitty.
But it's the same Clark Kent character?
No, he's a different character, but he's clearly modeled on Superman. Or like I love the Red Sun Superman comics. It's like what if Superman had crashed down in Russia instead of America?
Oh,
it's really good. And there's like a Russian Batman and a Russian version of Wonder Woman, and it's like it's
Russia?
An actual DC comic. No.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
it's an actual DC, but Red Sun SON.
Huh.
You know, like what if he was the beloved icon of Russia, communist Russia instead of capitalist America? And
interesting.
It's a really cool comic. I used to date a guy that was like super into comics, so I'm very lazy in my interests. I'm just like whatever other people hand me, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
So now that I'm not with him, I'm like not up to date on comics really anymore. But I loved mooching off of his interests.
That's cool.
You know.
I'm trying to think. What's something I saw recently you watched that show The Boys?
Fuck yes, I love The Boys. The show is really different than the comic.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
But I think I think the changes they've made make sense because I'm blanking on the guy that wrote the comics, but he's really great. All of his stuff is super like over the top, violent, kind of edgelordy stuff, but I love it. Like he's got. He wrote the best Punisher comics ever, the Punisher Max series by the same guy that wrote The Boys, whose name I can't think of right now. They're amazing.
That's awesome.
He also has like a really funny little one-shot comic called The Pro, I think, about like super-powered prostitutes. You know, just like give like super fast hand jobs and things like that. Just ridiculous. This shit's all over the top and silly.
It's so crazy. I really like how...
I love Carl Urban in the show.
Who's
The Boys. He's the guy who plays Butcher.
Oh, yeah.
And he also was RoboCop in the awesome RoboCop remake movie.
I never saw it.
Oh, God, it's so good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Is he really Australian?
I think so.
Okay, because his accent's like real. Like, it's like, this can't be fake.
Yeah.
I really like that show, and I like how at some point everyone is villainized. Like
yeah,
they all have
nobody's good. That's my kind of like literature or movie. Like nobody's good.
Yeah, it's a real.
Everybody compromises their ethics when they have a good enough reason in their own head to do so.
Yeah, I don't get. Like everyone's like that, but it's such a good it's so violent, but it's also
Yeah.
which is sometimes I can't even look at it. Like when was it Kimiko the girl who can't talk.
Yeah.
When she kills people, it is so.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I'm
she just like rips them apart.
Like looking through my fingers because
Yeah.
she just rips their heads off.
Yeah.
And but the way I feel like if there were real superheroes, that's how some company would get involved, just like they do.
Yeah, and they just become a product.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they're all basically like reality TV stars who have been a product their whole lives and are so disconnected from reality, and you just get in that weird vacuum of marketing assholes telling you like, oh, you're amazing, you're great.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. The A-Train character is really funny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's so many advertisements with him on it.
Yeah.
Like A-Train menthols.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's all like really scuzzily targeted. He's oh, we're gonna get our urban demographic with A-Train, and it's really condescending and
and
terrible.
Starlight
and
has to
realistic.
be like Christian. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
And Christian or not Christian.
Yeah, Starlight's like for their red state appeal.
And Homelander too.
Yeah, yeah. Homelander definitely. Homelander's like Superman Trump hybrid weird shit.
Yeah, he's so crazy.
Yeah, like courting the white supremacist vote. Yeah. I love him. The actor that plays him is amazing in it too.
Yeah, he's good. He's
so
scary.
good. Yeah.
But it's at the same time, sometimes you feel sorry.
Yeah, they do an amazing. He's so horrible, and then sometimes you're still just rooting for him because he is just like a broken little boy inside that's desperate for approval and attention. And if he's not going to get the positive kind, then he's going to blow up and laser people apart to get negative attention. He's just an emotional tantrum throwing little boy with superpowers.
Yeah. So how long? I was going to ask you. Did you start doing stand up last year?
So I did it like a couple of times right before COVID shut everything down. I did like the 3 Minutes at Comedy off Broadway. It was like my first, and then I did it at. It was the Laughing Skull at the time, and then later I think they changed it to the Laughing Post for some reason in Georgetown.
Yeah, I never made it to that.
So I did it once at Comedy Off Broadway and once there.
Okay.
And the night I did it at the Laughing Skull was crazy because it was literally the very next day is when they announced like all the shutdowns and stuff for COVID. And there was nobody there. It was like the most brutal show I've done by far. But I won. They had, that's one where they did like a winner every night, and
that's cool.
The competition was not strong.
You still won.
But I'll still take a dub. I will take a dub any way I can get it. But
if you were too bad, they would have just not given the award to anyone.
Yeah, they would just been like, never mind. We're not.
You're fine.
I got a T-shirt. It's cool. Yeah. And then I got to go back like a year and a half later, maybe. And they did the finalists round. I didn't even place in that. I think actually Jeremiah won that.
He may.
I think. So I don't know. I think all in all, I've probably done maybe a dozen shows.
Okay. Yeah, you're funny. I like your stuff.
Thank you.
It's kind of like, you kind of seem unassuming, and then like some of your punchlines, just like, whoa, what the fuck? I did not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I like you too. The image of you at Storyteller Night with your legs in the air, talking about covered in mud, shitting yourself, was really stuck with me. So
yeah,
really made an impression.
I hope so. I hope that those acrobatics.
Yeah.
I knew when that shit was happening to me. I was like, this
is gonna make a great story.
It's gonna be like, I was actually happy that I was like, this is insane. Like the only thing that can make it crazier if I get attacked by like some animal out here or something.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Or if when you come out, all the villagers like set you on fire.
Yeah.
Sort of terrified, like, oh no, giant monster man.
They cut my head off.
Yeah. Good. So what's this is your new podcast, your solo podcast?
Yes, John Bass podcast.
Is there a guiding theme, or is it just sort of have people on and chit chat?
It's sort of chit chat, but I mean, it's geared towards comedy for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna have.
Because there's not enough podcasts of like comedians talking about comedy.
No, I don't want to.
Nowhere
I don't
near
want
enough.
to get on here and talk about really the techniques of comedy.
Right.
One, because I don't really know that many to discuss.
Yeah.
I only know like a handful and there's the jokes that I know how to tell.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
All I really know is just like misdirection.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's two more than I even know. I don't know what the definitions of any. I
I
hear
don't know.
comics talking a lot about there's all this terminology. I was like, I don't even know
Yeah.
what it's such a vague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
just
kinda
kind
like-
of trying to
I feel
feel my
like-
way through and figure things out.
Yeah. I remember when I was like 12 and like all my friends were talking about masturbation stuff. I didn't know what they were talking about.
Oh, really?
But they were like, "You masturbate, right?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude."
Hell yeah, I do.
I don't even know. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." And I swear to God, I thought that they were talking about fishing. And I didn't want to look like, someone who doesn't. And I don't know why I hate fishing. I've done it like twice. I'm not good at it. And
Yeah.
it's just like, I'd rather swim.
Yeah.
Hanged in, eat a graham cracker. But, yeah, I would, and then finally, like, what is it? And then I, like, couldn't explain, and they were like, blah, and then I finally had to figure out what it is.
Yeah, I
figured out what it is.
I was a pretty clueless kid. Always trying to pretend like I
Just
knew
wanna
what
be
was
cool.
up. Yeah, I just want people to like me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can remember being like, I don't know how old, but like my cousin and one of her friends, like my cousin was always cooler than me. And her and one of her friends like chanting one of those little kid rhymes that's like, if you think your girl is fine, grab her where the sun don't shine. And I remember being like in a dark alley, like, is that? And then they just laughed at me and didn't explain that it meant grab their genitals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were they older?
No.
They just knew more shit.
No, they're just smarter.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was like very sort of like a sheltered little nerdy kid until in 7th grade I got a new best friend that was really cool, and her parents were drunks and we could go out to her house and like run wild and drink beer and stuff.
That's cool.
Not in 7th grade, but like 9th grade. We were like out there drinking beer and kissing boys.
And you grew up here in Kentucky, right?
Yeah, Carlisle.
That's northern Kentucky.
It's like northeast. It's like the other side of Paris. I wouldn't call it northern Kentucky,
Okay,
but
gotcha.
it's more central. It's central.
Carlisle. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I may have been through there once or twice.
Yeah, don't go back. There's no reason.
Been to Paris.
You can buy drugs anywhere. There's the only thing I could think to do in Carlisle, and you can just get meth here. Why make the trip?
I was in London, Kentucky this weekend, and on Friday I stopped at the Kroger to grab some stuff for camp, like some food, and down there, and that Kroger, I mean, everybody looked like they just got there from the methadone clinic.
Yeah.
And people, it was rough. It was a rough situation.
I bet.
And yeah, I mean, it was just like, I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I mean, it's pretty down there, but it's just there's no.
I mean, all of Kentucky is gorgeous, really. I mean, we have got beautiful countryside.
Oh fuck yeah, I love it.
But
Like that drive down to, well, when you get like close to the Tennessee line down there, it's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
The gorge area is really pretty.
oh
too,
yeah, gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
I love the gorge. It's gorgeous.
To put that in my act.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Yeah. Do you ever do the zip line down there?
Uh-uh.
Oh man, it's awesome. They start you do like 6 different zip lines at like Natural Bridge or whatever in and around there. And they start you on like a little one, and then by the end it's like 300 yards long and like so high up over like the gorge, and it's amazing. Like the view as you're like zipping along is crazy. I went once. I used to do ad sales at the Herald Leader, and I was in this like ladies leads networking group with other ladies of business.
LLN.
Yeah, babe.
Ladies
And we went as like a group outing once. Me and the other business babes.
I thought you were going to call them the business bitches.
That too.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I did one. I think maybe in Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
And it was pretty scary. Like I was like, we could die.
It was cool, but it was like it's crazy how every time you have to like step off that ledge, it's like I had to like psych myself up. But that's how I feel doing stand up too. Like every time I have to like, you can do this. Come on, get up there. Well, you know.
Yeah, I mean I think a little nervousness is good. Like
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever gone up and not felt a little anxiety.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but yeah, it's fun.
You definitely get that like endorphin rush. Like I come off stage and I'm just like, yeah.
Unless you eat shit,
Even
and then
then
you get another kind of rush.
yeah. It's a whole nother intense
suicide.
emotion. Yeah.
The rush with it makes you want to die.
You're like, shit.
I've started to like appreciate those more. I get more out of those than I do killing. Or not, I've never killed.
Yeah.
I've never killed.
But like being
sorry for anyone who's listening.
it's like
Because like John's never killed.
attention
Fuck you.
fact checkers.
I fuck off when I've done well.
Yeah. I feel the same. Like I've definitely never done as well as I want to do.
Yeah.
But I also I get
yeah.
nervous and I get up there and I sort of forget half the shit that I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
And then I end up just sort of trying to drag out the few things that I do remember.
Yeah. But I mean, I think, being just, I don't know, showing and is not perpetuating. I can't know what's the right word.
Persevering.
Or giving the appearance that you belong up there. And
fake it till you make it kind of shit.
not even really fake it, because I don't really, you kind of have to
Projecting false confidence.
Or you actually kind of have to just turn off the part of your brain and just be like, no, I'm supposed, like, I don't know. You kind of have to lie to yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes I believe that, like, I feel like I'm a roller coaster. Like, I bounce wildly back and forth between being like, I'm the funniest bitch on the planet. This is my calling. And being like, you are a delusional idiot. Everyone hates you.
No one hates you.
I hope not.
Not anybody I know. But I don't know that many people, Jenny. So
Yeah, that's true.
You could have a ton of
Maybe they're just not telling you because they hate you too.
Probably. If anyone hates me, let's come on my podcast and we can talk
and we
about
can beef it out. I feel like it's probably somewhere in the middle.
Also, if you hate me and you're listening to my podcast, you're sad.
Hate views count just as much as love views. Isn't that like Howard Stern's secret to success was?
Yeah.
He had just as many people listening in the early on that hated him.
Yeah.
Than as loved him.
With like insecurity blanket and stuff, we've sometimes every now and then there'll be a comment on one of the YouTubes.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're not critical, but they're like, and it's people I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Or maybe it is people, I don't know, but it's like, would have liked to see such and such. Or would have liked, and I'm like, okay.
Could have done this better.
Well, I mean, I take it as, I appreciate that shit.
Yeah.
It makes me think about how.
Criticism makes you better, you know.
So, yeah, it's hard to take sometimes.
I bet. Yeah. I'd be terrified to read comments. Like, I've never posted anything on YouTube, but if I did, I'd just have to never look again.
I mean, there's not enough comments to really
to matter
come through. We're talking, but I mean the few that come through.
I'm gonna make a bunch of catfish accounts and just get on there and argue with myself.
Please.
Yeah.
Fuck you, John's funny.
John's the greatest.
John's
and then I'll be like, no, he's not. John's fucking stupid.
What?
Yeah.
And you'd be like, Jenny, probably the best guest we've had so far. Or
Yeah.
The best guest, my favorite ep so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on all the insecurity blanket posts and just be like, book Jenny Dryden already. Yeah,
I think we've restarted kind of some method to the booking now, so it should be better.
No,
So
I don't care.
It's just
Like,
been
whenever,
busy as fuck.
I would love to be on anytime.
Yeah.
Please
That's
don't take my jokes about
No,
you
no,
cock
no.
teasing me seriously. I
No.
legitimately understand. I can't believe anybody makes this much effort to do a podcast ever. So,
Me neither. Sometimes I'm like, what are you doing? But I just really like to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's fun, and I guess I don't know. I feel like podcast is a kind of a forgiving medium. I guess.
yeah, I really think that a lot of people, what they like about them is the more amateurish aspect. Like,
Yeah, you just talk.
you know, it's not overproduced and edited and segmented. It just feels like you're in the room with people you like.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm generally talking to the podcast. Like, yeah, but what about this? Or,
Oh yeah, I talk back.
yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
no, I don't believe that shit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
really cool because I've always felt that way listening to like Rogan or Your Mom's House or something like that. Like, I feel like, oh, these are my friends, and now I listen to Insecurity Blanket, and they actually are my friends, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I was happy to hear that you're a mommy.
Yeah, I love Your Mom's House.
So fun.
I'm so behind though. I need to get caught up, but
I've been following. I've it's sometimes when you meet someone who's also into them, like you hardly ever meet people who even know
yeah.
them,
Well,
but
there's so many like thousands of freaking podcasts. It's hard to find
there's like
somebody
4
that
million.
is listening to the same one as you.
there's
you know.
4 million
Yeah.
podcasts.
Yeah, like that one podcast I was telling you about that I'm obsessed with. My dad wrote a porno.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody I've ever talked to has ever heard of it. A friend of mine told me about it. But yet they have like millions of subscribers. They have like big stars come on and talk about the porn this guy's dad wrote, like Emma Thompson and like Elijah Wood and Lin-Manuel Miranda was on an episode I listened to recently.
That's funny.
It's crazy. So it's wildly popular,
I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna write.
but even a wildly popular podcast is obscure in the grand scheme of
I'm
things.
just making notes
Do it.
because my dad wrote a porno.
Yeah, it's amazing.
My dad. I'm gonna forget why I wrote them. It's like, what? Kill.
Yeah, for all your listeners, it's a British podcast about a guy who's like 60-year-old Irish dad wrote an erotic novel and self-published it on Amazon, and it is the worst thing ever, and it's amazing. And so the son just reads a chapter every episode, and his 2 best friends and him react to it and make fun of it.
I can't imagine I can't imagine reading something like that.
Yeah, he's constantly like, oh my God, I can't, you know. Yeah, it took like 4, there's a whole series, Rocky Flintstone's the guy's pen name that he writes the porn under. And it took like 4 books before Rocky even mentioned buttholes, but once he did, oh man, he really went in on it. He
couldn't turn back.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What kind of music are you into?
I'm like around. I like classic and outlaw country. I like angry girls music. Like my all-time favorite obsession is Fiona Apple. She's been like my true love since I was like 13. She's like one of the first CDs I owned when I got a CD player when I made the switch from cassettes. If you're wondering how old I am, it's old.
Yeah, I remember.
I
remember my transition.
I had her first album and Jagged Little Pill and Ace of Base. And those were like the CDs I got with my first little CD player for Christmas from my mom and dad. It was great.
I remember I don't remember if I got a CD player. I bought one with money, but I got one. And I think the first CD I got, and I don't know why, I don't know who fucking talked me into it, or if I just thought it was a good idea, but I got Joe Diffie. All right. I think their record was Third Rock. It was a huge record for him.
Amazing.
And then, now I'm like, fucking Who was playing? My parents didn't listen to country. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I was just like on the school bus, and that's what the
Yeah, I
school
mean,
bus
it was
played.
that shit was huge when we
And-
were young.
No, and
I love me some Reba McEntire. Like I will,
yeah, she can sing.
she's amazing. Although I didn't even know until like a couple of years ago that "Fancy" is a cover song. It's not an original Reba McEntire
Whose
song.
Is it like Whitney Houston or somebody?
No. It's I don't know. I don't know the lady's name that did it
Oh.
first, but it was like in the 70s. I think it was a country song that another lady sang,
Oh, okay.
and then Reba took it and made it her own. I love those like story songs though, like "Fancy" or "The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia" or shit like that, or like I like older drive-by truckers. They have a lot of cool like narrative songs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they're really good songwriters. I like stuff like that too. That's thematic.
Yeah.
Like I like to listen to themed albums and
Oh yeah.
albums that they sort of they stand alone, but they also sort of run together.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I like me and my dude were just talking about that before I left the house to come here. Because he was playing like one of the newer Mastodon songs, or a band that he loves.
I love Mastodon.
Yeah,
I'm a huge
I feel like everything you like about me is just Derek. Like you actually really love my boyfriend, and it's
Possibly.
just the things that he has given to me that make me cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, he was
that's-
telling me like they have a whole album about like Rasputin. I knew they had one about Moby Dick because he's got like a really cool Moby Dick tattoo on his forearm, and that's why. But yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, Leviathan maybe.
Yeah, Leviathan.
Yeah, that shit's amazing. It's so old. I mean, it's almost like
Yeah, it's crazy that they're still playing and putting out albums and stuff. Like their hands must hurt so bad.
Yeah.
I always think that
Maybe.
like aging rockers, like, oh, what's their arthritis like?
I don't know. I mean, I do sometimes get pain playing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's. My dad had arthritis, so I'm like, not like terrible, but he did have it.
Yeah, and it does run in the family, right?
Yeah. So I think my granny had it too, or has it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so I'm always like kind of worried about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure if it starts hurting too bad, I'll have to like cut my fingers off or something. Get new titanium fingers.
You just
Give
start.
me a new hand.
We just start playing slower,
No way.
more chill music.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I like playing.
I feel like because I was saying that to him about Mastodon because I feel like the further along in their albums, the more sort of like melodic and accessible to me it becomes. Because some of that like really dense metal is just like my ears can't process that much stuff.
I understand.
So like I kind of
early
like the
stuff.
later Mastodon stuff.
Yeah.
More that he plays. But
Yeah, they don't sing. I can't remember what album, but I think it may be like The Hunter or like one of those late, like 2008, 9. Around that era is when they started adding more vocal harmonies. And then their
Yeah.
drummer.
you can actually like tell what they're saying when they
Yeah,
sing, which
yeah,
is
yeah.
really nice for me.
Yeah.
I hate not knowing what a song's about because it's all just like,
Yeah,
you know.
I get that. I'm the same way, but also a lot of the music I listen to is like rah 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 rah.
Yeah.
So I'm
like I appreciate like I get the aggression and like it's cool.
but I don't turn it on. Like if I'm in a car full of like if my girls are in the car with me or something, I'll turn it up, but like I'm not.
You're not like
blasting
playing
it.
Ghost at top volume for
No,
them or
no.
something.
That band's fun.
I like their videos. I like the visuals.
They're scary.
They're cool looking, you know.
My band's shooting a music video in like 2 weeks.
Oh, fancy.
So I've never done it before. Like I've made, I take that back. I made one at work one time. We had this competition, we made one, but it was, we just did it ourselves. And I mean, we're still technically doing it ourselves, but there's like someone directing it, and
wow.
there'll be actual.
There's like an actual professional
real
process.
camera, and yeah. So
Very impressive.
I'm excited to do it. I hope it turns out.
So how would you describe your music? I suck. I haven't like listened to any
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
I'm just fine. I didn't expect you to.
I feel like I should have done homework.
No,
Like I should
if
have
you did
researched
that-
everything
if you
about
did
John
that, I would
Bass.
be like, okay, that's cool. No, it's like on our Instagram, I just put where that it says electric sex. That's what our band sounded.
Well, at least you're having some sex.
With the drum. Yeah, I used the guitar hole. I like to pretend that that's the clitoris, and I just lick the. No, I'm joking. I don't do that. It's gross. It's probably get lead poisoning. It's heavy. I don't know. Erin Dowdle, comedian. She said she came to one of our shows and she said we sounded like hippie metal.
Oh, I like
cool.
that. That's a cool description.
And on a flyer that a buddy of mine made, he put down that we were like proggy punk.
Okay.
Because it's definitely punk, like roots.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's a lot of shit going on.
You got more than 3 chords happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you like Mastodon, I'm not saying we don't sound like Mastodon at all, really.
Right.
But it, like, if you heard, you'd be like, oh, I could see that maybe they like Mastodon. Because you know how Mastodon songs are sort of episodic? Like, they don't necessarily repeat ever.
Yeah.
They just kind of go sometimes.
Progress.
That's
cool.
So ours is similar in that vein, but it doesn't always.
Hippie prog metal punk. Gotcha.
Kind of. So it's really just all over the place.
I mean, I don't know why. It's like I'm terrible at like music genres and identifying
there's
what
too many.
is what. And
I hate. There's like, are they thrash crust new core? I'm like,
yeah.
Just fucking turn the song up, man.
Yeah.
There was a band we played this festival we did this weekend. There was a band that played last night from Maryland called Caustic Casanova. They were so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, incredible.
I love seeing like a new band live and just being like, oh my God, having your.
Yeah, I mean, I was like,
socks blown
holy
off.
fuck. But they've been a band for like 15 years. So obviously they're going to be tight. But I mean, just the songwriting was nuts. I mean, just very interesting and weird, very chaotic.
I feel like the rain sound is coming through very
It is.
strongly, so people know. It's just a little ambiance.
Yeah. It's raining outside here, and we haven't had much rain here.
Yeah, we need it.
We need it for the
I'm
crops.
sad though. I've really been enjoying like not mowing my yard because it's dead. Like,
How much do you have to mow?
Usually I try to do it like once a week. I'm really glad I live in like in a kind of white trash neighborhood where nobody takes really good care of their.
Okay.
Well, I mean, one of my neighbors actually has beautiful landscaping and flowers and stuff, but in general, the neighborhood's kind of ratty, so I don't feel bad if I let my yard get a little out of hand between mows.
The neighborhood I live in here is it's mostly older people, I think,
Yeah.
that live here, and so the yards.
Yeah, their yards look pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't. I used to mow my yard for a long time, but my lawnmower kind of broke.
Oh yeah.
And my friend does it really cheap.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Because I'm not consistent with it, and
Yeah.
I'm not home a lot either, so it's easier. But I like mowing and just listening to stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like a really good. It's a good podcast listening activity.
You have to
or
turn
music.
it up so loud sometimes. Do you do ride mower or push mower?
Oh, push. My yard's not big enough for a riding mower. Really, it'd be kind of ridiculous.
Overkill.
Yeah.
Done in
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I push mowed here, but my thing's broken, so I don't know.
Yeah. I do kind of like it though. I have to like force myself to get off the couch and do it, but once I'm out there mowing, I'm like, it's good.
It's good
The
exercise.
smell of the grass,
I
and
love the smell of the grass.
I'm not a very active person, so it feels good to just
Get out there.
do something slightly physical once a week.
Yeah.
I got like an office job, and then I just kind of sit around watching TV and playing video games the rest of the time. So,
What kind of video games do you play?
oh man, so I can't do like first-person shooters or anything because I get motion sickness.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Some of those games are
It's,
crazy.
but I like I grew up on Mario, so I like platformers or like dungeon crawlers or roguelikes, little indie games. The Binding of Isaac is like my all-time favorite game. It's amazing.
Tell me, I don't know.
So
Tell
it's
me, 'cause I
about
don't know shit about games.
it's like a top-down roguelike. I think it would be called a dungeon crawler. I'm as bad at what types of video games are as I am music genres. So somebody might be listening to her being like, "You're a fake gamer, girl. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about." But it's a cool game, and you play a little boy whose mom is crazy, and she hears the voice of God telling her to kill her child, and you run away from her down into the basement, and your weapon in the game against all these like creepy crawlies like spiders and bugs and then like weird little aborted fetus monsters is your tears. You're just like shooting tears
out of your
eyes to kill guys, and you go around and get upgrades and upgrade your tears, or like there's one upgrade, I forget what it's called, but it changes from tears to piss. So then you're and then like his little face usually looks sad, and then suddenly he's just smiling and shooting yellow drops out instead of white ones. It's ridiculous, but it's one of those like indie games that like one guy made as a labor of love, and then it became wildly like I'm pretty sure in the end he made millions of dollars off of it because it became wildly popular. And
that's freaking
and they eventually remade it because the first version of it was like actually a little bit janky, sort of like Flash based, and then it was so popular they eventually remade a better version.
Is that
Isaac Binding of Isaac Rebirth?
PC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a lot of Steam games. I don't know.
I have some friends who really like a lot of my friends actually are. I just don't.
As like big name games though, I do love like a button smashing fight game. Like I love the God of War games or like Bayonetta and that kind of stuff.
What's God of War? Is that where you like fight?
Oh yeah. You're Kratos in like ancient Greece, and you were, I forget the exact storyline, but you were really mad at the gods and you like fight your way up and kill them all. It's awesome.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
They ran out of Greek gods to kill, so the latest one that came out is like you've moved to the north and had a son, and now you're gonna kill all the Norse gods. So,
fuck them Norse. What's that new movie that came out? That's like it's not Beowulf, but it's kind of like it kind of feels like a Beowulf retell.
The Northman.
Yeah, have you seen?
Oh
it?
my God, yes.
Is it good? I want to watch it.
Frick, I can't think of that director, but he's done like 2 other movies before this: The Witch and The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is crazy.
It looks scary.
I haven't seen The Witch, but The Lighthouse is a black and white movie with just Willem Dafoe and that guy from Twilight. I feel bad calling him that guy from Twilight.
From Batman.
He's a great, from Batman. Yes, exactly. I felt bad that they really let him down with the writing on that because he's a great actor. Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
But it's him and Willem Dafoe in a lighthouse, just by themselves, slowly going crazy. And it's one of those movies. It's like a slow burn. Like if you don't like boring movies where people just sit around talking
with like a long setup.
with like long, like it's not for you. But and then it really kind of cranks up at the end and gets nuts.
I remember seeing previews for that, and I was like, that shit looks crazy.
It was cool, but The Northman was good. I liked it. Like Derek loved it. Okay. I feel like it's a very male movie.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a lot of
got
like
the word man.
the Northman. It's a lot of muscular, shirtless men screaming and fighting, but it's a very sort of like Shakespearean tragedy, very dramatic and sort of stylized. The visuals are amazing. Nicole Kidman is awesome in it. Yes, and she has this monologue towards the end that is just amazing. Like, I love her.
I think it's on streaming. I might check it out.
You should check it out. It's good.
The Northman, and I want to watch the new Top Gun movie is supposed to be good too.
People like that, yeah. I feel like I have nostalgia for the first Top Gun just because I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I always thought that him and Kelly McGillis very clearly had zero chemistry in that movie. As far as like for the love story part, like him and Goose had so much more love chemistry than him and Kelly McGillis.
Yeah.
The bromance is really the best part of that movie.
Well, that's the I think it was in Pulp Fiction where Quentin Tarantino has that long rant about how Top Gun is about him coming out as gay. That's the whole
I don't
secret.
remember that part of Pulp Fiction.
It's do you remember?
I mean, I remember Quentin Tarantino's appearance in it, and you know, making coffee and calling the wolf or whatever over to the house.
Yeah.
But I don't remember that part about Top Gun.
It was very brief. It was they were just talking about.
I was probably just distracted by how creepy Quentin Tarantino is.
He's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, I love his movies.
Yeah.
I hate seeing him in them.
What's the latest one he did?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. I loved
Yeah,
that
it's
movie.
fucking great.
That's another one that's sort of like kind of slow.
Yeah.
A lot of just like dialogue, but Brad Pitt and Leo DiCaprio are so good in it.
Well, I like how it's, you know, it's like it's parallel to actual history.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know what that's called, but
Alternate history, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know.
So everything that was happening in the movie was
Yeah.
like based on real shit, but then
Yeah,
these,
and then
main
the
character-
end goes very different. And I love the pit bull
yeah,
coming in and
that shit was violent, dude.
shaking that dude. It was amazing. I loved how it was such a slow burn all the way up, and then the end is just insanely cartoonish violence.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
He set that girl on fire, dude.
Yeah, well,
And
fuck
she
her. She was
Yeah, she was
trying to
trying to
kill
kill-
pregnant lady. Come on.
Yeah. Oh wait, who was which? Oh yeah, they went next door, right?
Yeah, like they go to the wrong house, basically. Like Leo DiCaprio lives next door
That's
to
right, that's right.
Sharon Tate, and yeah, and they
Well-
end up at the wrong place and get their asses handed to them. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I'm trying to think. I haven't been to the theater in a while to see anything. I don't remember the last thing I went to see.
No.
But I kind of want to watch I heard the new Jackass. Oh, I went and watched Jurassic Park a while back.
Oh yeah, was that all right?
No, not so good.
No.
But if you take
I
some
miss
mushrooms, it makes it way better.
I miss Parks and Recs era Chris Pratt. You know, that was the Chris Pratt I liked.
Yeah.
Just like chubby and dumb. You know.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I like the new Chris Pratt, but he's also kind of like. I mean, I like that movie's cool, but it's also his characters. All those characters are really one dimensional, and they always have been, and
Yeah.
that's fine. But I mean, I guess they kind of have to be because there's fucking dinosaurs. We don't really have time to get
it's
into
not like a brooding character piece. It's just
Yeah, there's not enough time to ask Malcolm, why do you analyze everything, Malcolm? You know, what's your problem?
yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't get that far. But
Yeah, that's true.
there's a mail truck out. There's a mail truck that just pulled up.
They do mail on Sundays?
I guess if it's important enough,
Oh.
probably drugs.
Oh yeah, probably.
Do you ever have friends talk about like mailing drugs?
No.
I do. I put like, yeah, I just shipped it. I shipped my
Oh my God.
I shipped my so and so drugs all the time. Like, you mail
No,
drugs,
thank you.
and they're like, yeah. I'm like, how it doesn't it get caught? They're like, nope.
Well,
And they're like, how would it get caught? I was like, I don't know. I guess they like have a drug dog there on the conveyor. Just
right. I mean, like at work the other day, we ordered some stuff for work, and the package came, and it had been ripped completely apart by accident in the postage machines. And they must have ripped up several different packages because the wrong thing had been put back in ours and taped back up and delivered to us.
oh shit.
So, like, I mean, just that could happen. Like, their machines mangle packages all the time. And, like,
Yeah.
it could just get ripped open on the friggin' sorting belt. And then there you are with your
Well, either way, if you send it, you can
federal offense. No, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a if you don't put a return address on it, the
Yeah, I guess
sender's
they
safe.
couldn't. Yeah.
But whoever's getting it they just be like, I don't know what the fuck that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
I didn't order that, obviously. So,
Yeah,
I
and
don't
if
know.
there's no, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It couldn't really come back on you.
Yeah, I know. In
That's
Austin,
still, like, I don't know. The
I'm
idea
scared
of being
to
in
do it.
trouble terrifies me. I don't.
so were you a good kid growing
Oh
up?
my God, it was so good. Until I got that cool friend in like 7th grade, and then I started doing some bad kid stuff in like 8th and up. But
But were you ever? Did you ever
only
do-
like drinking and
Yeah.
making out with boys, so
That's
like nothing crazy.
That's
You
normal.
know, I wasn't like
Did you grow up in-
bullying or stealing or doing hard drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Did you Did you grow up like religious at all or anything?
I mean, my parents are believers, and like I'd go to church sometimes with my grandma, but nothing strict, nothing crazy. Pretty
Okay.
laid back.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That seems to be most people that I talk to that have something like that don't seem to really have that much. They're not as stigmatized when people bring up religion, I guess.
Yeah.
People that weren't really, but people that were into it were like,
Yeah, it wasn't like I didn't have to like wear skirts and not cut my hair or anything crazy.
there are people who,
Oh, yeah.
like Mennonites.
There's
and
some
shit.
really, there's like just regular old Christian churches that like Pentecostals
Oh, yeah,
and things
no.
like that.
Oh, yeah. No.
Nobody in my family was speaking in tongues or anything. We went to a little Baptist church in Maysville.
Okay. First
I
Baptist
I
Maysville.
remember like I have very good young church memories
Memories.
of going to like Sunday school. I liked to get dressed up, like my mom would put curlers in my hair the night before and stuff like that. I always liked to feel fancy. I'd sit next to my mama in the pew and she'd give me $1 to put in the collection plate so I could, feel important.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was really nice. I was always also, the main thing I remember is just hoping that like in Sunday school, there'd be some boys to flirt with that didn't know what a dork I was, because that's not the town I went to school in. I
okay.
lived in Carlisle, went to Nicholas County, but we'd go to church in Mason County where my mama lived a lot. So I'm like, oh, they don't know that I'm
Fresh
a
slate.
social reject, so they might like me. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's all I really cared about. I just wanted boyfriends and
Yeah. I mean, and most boys that age just want to do
yeah.
that's cool.
Just wanted to hold hands, man.
Yeah, man. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all we're trying to do at church.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I remember. I don't know why I remember, but I remember. I was always in church, but we had. Did you ever go to Bible school?
Yeah, in the summer. That shit was fun.
Yeah, it was so fun.
I went to
We
Bible
were-
school once at Blue Licks Park, and we made like the world's longest sundae. Like somebody brought in, like we had like a shit
Like
ton of
ice
folding
cream?
picnic tables set up with like some wooden trough somebody made, and and just like scoop after scoop of ice cream and banana splits. All it was like a 30-foot long banana. Kid memories. I might
Yeah.
be. It might have been 5 feet long, but in
But
my
it
head,
looked
it's
huge,
like a 30-foot long banana split sundae we made. So,
And then everyone
yay
ate-
Jesus! I don't know.
Go Jesus.
Yeah,
ice
I liked
cream.
singing the little songs and stuff.
Oh yeah, I love. Well, I don't love, but I grew up around like gospel music.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to gospel music, but I was around it a lot. So like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I hear it, I definitely have like it's a very like. I don't know. I definitely like.
Well,
feel
our
it.
church was really white, so the music wasn't that great. But like,
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
mean like the silly, like the songs they have you sing at Bible school, like I am a C, I am a CH, I am a CHRESTIN. For CHRESTMIHEART and I will LIVETERNALLY.
Go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a TikTok out of that.
yeah.
And
I can't remember the periodic table or anything, but I remember that. So
I don't even take chemistry, so Jesus.
chemistry in college is the reason I was like, nah, I don't think I want to be pre-med after all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shit's hard.
I never anywhere took chemistry. Not
Well-
in high school, not in college.
Yeah.
But
I did good in calculus though. I took an extra semester of calculus in college that I didn't have to take just because I thought the professor was really cute.
she was
Yeah.
like, sign me up. I do some shit like
All
that
of
too.
my priorities were so wrong.
I do some shit
growing
like
up.
that too.
Yeah.
Like
I got an A.
That's good. I have a newer my doctor that I see changed recently, and the new doctor's like a really hot.
Oh
doctor.
yeah, I feel like I've heard you
She's
talk
really
about this
she's
before.
really hot doctor.
That would be so flustering. Oh
No,
God,
I mean, it's not like,
I'd be flustered.
but I mean,
it's-
we're not. She's not gonna fuck me there. In
Yeah,
in the
obviously.
office there. I mean, if
Or ever, like
yeah,
it's a
she
violation,
can't.
right?
You can't. It's impossible.
So that's all. That's like comforting. You can tell yourself she really wants to. She just can't.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling myself.
I'm sure. I'm sure she finds you very charming.
I'm sure.
Do you like comedy?
Yeah, you must have heard me talk
I
about
did.
it.
Yeah,
I tried to.
yeah.
I was like, don't stop talking, dude. Stop. She doesn't care.
Oh, shit.
It's interesting though when I tell people, because I'm quitting my job August 19th, my last day.
What is your job? What's your day job?
I work in like supply chain for a Toyota supplier. It's a great job, and I'm grateful.
Does that mean you like order things on a computer or you unload trucks? Like what?
I
feel like that's really vague.
Yeah, it is. You're right. So I am a manager for a department, production control department, and that department is like the people that work for me order and manage production. Like they order parts and we get them here. So I mean, I still do it.
In charge of the inventory and making sure everything's there when they need it. And stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I did before I was the manager. So I know what they're. I'm not just like, oh, I'm a manager because I was a manager somewhere else. Like I became a manager here. So but I don't know. I think the concepts of managing people they apply. It doesn't matter what product you're selling.
Oh yeah, that is not something I think I would be good at. I'm really bad at delegation or like asking people to do things.
Yeah,
I just end up doing everything myself because I don't want somebody to be annoyed with me.
Yeah.
If I ask them to do their job, they're gonna hate me. I guess I'll just do it.
I have that. I mean, I had to. You kind of have to get over. Like I was killing myself work. I would be like, I'll do that. I would only like make them do their main job.
Yeah,
and,
like the
any
bare
extra
minimum.
shit. I would just be like, oh, I'll cover that.
Yeah,
but there's always extra shit. And after about 2 years, I was like, fuck this. You aren't managing them.
Yeah.
You're actually doing worse because you don't have time to know what they're fucking dealing with.
Yeah, it's true.
So
you are doing it like a disservice to what your actual job is.
Yeah, so and I mean part of me still kind of is like, I don't know. There's a few, and I mean he left already, and I'm leaving too, so it doesn't fucking matter. I can talk about it. But there's a guy that works for me, and I don't know why I feel this way, and I don't think that he necessarily feels this way, but he's the only person that's ever worked for me that I felt like I don't know, I lost him, but like that I don't know. Like I felt like there were a couple times that I let him down.
Oh man!
And I did feel.
And it like sticks with you.
It does, and he was honest about it. Like
cool.
and I told me, and I was just like, "Fuck."
That's my dream. I just want people to tell me when I've fucked up, so I know.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, when people fuck up, I tell them, but I try to. It depends. It's like, and people, you got to be fair and balanced with everybody. But yeah, you do. But somebody who fucks up every now and then. And somebody who fucks up constantly, I can't react the same way.
Yeah,
It's impossible.
You wouldn't be fair and balanced to react the same way to both of those things because those are two very different behaviors.
You got the context.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just the job itself requires a lot. So, and I'm just not. I'm not willing to give it anymore. I did for a long time, but I've found that I don't think that I want to. So. But I got to figure something out.
Well, congrats. Good for you. Moving on.
I hope.
So you don't have like another job lined up after that? You're just going to focus on all of these high-paying podcasts and music and comedy appearances.
Very good segue,
It's a
Jenny.
really good plan.
I know. I'm going to be living in my van.
Yeah. So if everybody could please like and subscribe.
John Bass
John
Comedy.
really needs... the income.
I don't have any sponsors or anything, but hopefully. But for now, everyone please like and subscribe to this podcast and my band and other shit that I do. So it's weird too because I feel there's part of me like that, like the self-deprecating comedian part who's like, oh, I don't want to bother everyone with like following me, but it's I mean, if you want to fucking do this, you kind of have to.
You do, that is it's the biggest part of it is I had my real estate license for a couple of years, and I just completely blew it because I could not bring myself to pester people about like, use me, I'm a realtor, call me, use me, I would put a little bit of stuff up on Facebook here and there, and then somebody that I'd known my whole life would list their house with somebody else, and I would just be like, oh, I'm gutted,
Yeah.
Now I just work for other realtors and That's nice.
Is
It's easy.
Is that what you do? Like
Yeah, I do like marketing and administrative support for an office, a real estate office, and I got about like 25 realtors maybe that I help with all their stuff.
I've considered doing realty.
It's a cool gig, but again, it is really about self promotion.
Yeah.
The hardest thing is just getting clients. Once you have a client, the work you do is great. Like go look at houses and help them understand a contract and figure out what it's worth. Like I loved running the numbers and doing the market analysis. Like this is what this house is worth right now, or this is what's out there, and going around driving people around and looking. But getting clients is really what you have to focus on, and I just sucked at it.
Yeah. Well, it's like.
And there's a lot of expenses. I mean, it costs quite a bit to get your license in the first place. So.
And you're basically self-employed. Yeah,
you are. You are an independent contractor, and you're actually paying the office for the right to work there. Mm-hmm. You know, so.
Because they're bonded and they got a broker and all that shit.
Yeah.
Doing it all on your own would be pretty hard, probably.
I don't think you really could starting out. Like, you can't get a broker's license out the gate. You have to be a realtor first, and you're going to have to be under a broker to be a realtor.
Huh.
I'm not sure what all is involved in getting a broker's license, but it's kind of like the CDL of a driver's license. You know, like it's another level up.
Yeah. Being a broker is exactly
like being a truck driver.
An 18-wheeler. The only difference is, let's see, what would the differences be? 18-wheeler, probably a little less Mountain Dew at the brokerage office.
Less meth, probably. Less speed, less trucker speed.
Less meth, more heroin.
Fewer truck stop prostitutes. Although some of these realtors, they get up to some things. I've heard rumors about people getting caught having sex in houses they were showing. There was a guy not a few years ago that got caught stealing people's medicine out of their cabinets, like pain pills and stuff.
Shit.
Yeah. I definitely hosted an open house once where people came to case the house for robbing it. Like,
how do you know?
They were just like super duper shady. I don't know. Like, I guess I shouldn't say definitely, but that was very much the impression I got. And like, it was 3 people and they split up and like went to different areas of the house. So like I couldn't follow all, because you try to keep an eye on people when they're in an open house that you're hosting. And you hope the owners are locking anything terribly valuable up, but I don't know, they just seemed super sketchy and like not actually interested in any of the information about the house. And the fact that they all 3 sort of split up and went, usually people want to go through together and talk, I like this, I like that. Not necessarily with the agent, but with their party. I don't know. I took down their license plate when they left just in case. I was just like, if I hear anything's missing, I'm gonna be like, it was these people.
Friday, was it Friday? Friday. A few days, or last week, the owner of this house that I live at texted and said, there's a home inspector coming because someone's buying this house from him. And he was like, they're coming at 8 a.m. And I thought that he meant they were coming Saturday at 8 a.m. And I was like, I won't be here, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But they knocked on my fucking door at 8 a.m. Friday morning. And I was like, who is this on my door? I'm about to kill somebody. And I opened up, there was a guy with like a tool belt and a fucking clipboard. And I was like, hello? And he was like, I'm here for the home inspection. I was like, is that today? He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. I was like, you're too early, man. And I was like, he was like, I can just go ahead and start on the outside. I was like, yeah, go ahead and start on the outside. And I just closed the door. And I texted the owner. I was like, hey, this guy just showed up. And I'm here. I was like, and I can't get out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can be there.
I don't want to be here. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
I like told him, I was like, my daughters are here. It wasn't true, they weren't here. But that's but I was like, the house is a mess.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know I don't have to do anything, but it's manners. It's like, I'm not gonna fucking leave the house.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want anybody I don't know coming in my house with it messy. Like, I hate when people just show up at my house unannounced because it's never clean. The only time it's clean is because I know someone's coming, and then I'm like, oh, I guess I better sweep up all this dog hair,
Yeah, I mean, I sweep up once or twice a day just because Tyler was like she shaves like a
Oh, yeah.
She's
I know I was petting her when I got here, and it was just like clouds of hair coming
know.
off. I love it.
Well,
My dogs are going to be super upset when I get home. They're like sniffing all over me.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Where'd you go?
They're all freaked out. I've been so busy this week. I haven't been home very much, and they're just like so up my ass.
'Cause you
You're
haven't been
like,
home.
where you been? Don't you love us?
Why do you take it?
Derek is too. He loves me so much more this week than normal, I swear.
Because you're not
Because
there.
I've just not been there getting on his nerves.
That's funny.
He's missed me enough, you know.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good.
Um,
He took me out to brunch today and bought
Oh,
me
shit.
plants.
Nice.
I'm like, I've been obsessed with houseplants since COVID, so yeah.
I have a couple that died since COVID. Like,
You know, it happens.
I got some houseplants during COVID and they didn't survive.
Yeah.
They died of Omicron. Yeah, I was thinking about something about. It was something we were talking about earlier. Oh, it was about Bible school.
Oh, yeah.
And it reminded me of this time I went to Bible school. And I think I was in like 6th grade maybe. So it was like the last year of Bible school before. Because once you became like a teen, you got to go to like youth group. And you didn't do Bible school anymore. You were like, you helped.
I never did that. Like, I
That.
was always in the Bible school once I got to youth group age. I
'Cause you
wasn't
got-
really.
you found
I
it.
started having cool friends.
You found, yeah.
Yeah.
I still had church friends. We were all dorks. But we weren't dorks, but we were stuck there.
Yeah.
And I remember one time me and this kid, he was like really tall and skinny. And I don't know, he would just like get into it with people sometimes at school.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, we fucking got into it and we started fighting. And like,
At Bible school?
yeah, and like I threw him into. He was a lot taller than me, but like I was short, so I just like picked him up, kinda,
Yeah.
and like threw him, not through the wall, but like in the wall, like his
Like dented the drywall?
yeah, like
Oh,
imprinted
no.
the wall, and like we were beating the shit out of each other,
Oh my
like
God.
6th grade, like really fighting,
Oh
and
my
then the
gosh.
teacher, and then I got kicked out of Bible school. And
What
my
a bad boy.
My mom got so mad at me, and it was his fault.
He started
He
it.
fucking started it.
You
But
finished it.
I did fucking finish it. That lanky bitch. Yeah.
Good
You gotta
for
be
you.
careful though, because
Good
tall
for you.
people. You don't want to fuck around with tall people because I got long ass arms.
Yeah, I got the reach.
Yeah, you
But
got.
you had the low center of gravity,
I
so
just
you got in there,
went in. Yeah.
fucked him
You
up.
gotta be careful. Long
Good
people,
job.
Tall people, but I remember my mom got super pissed because she was like in charge of all of Bible school. So like
Oh,
she's in
that's a
charge
bad
of
look
all
for
these
her.
things, and then her son throws somebody. through the
And I'm
wall.
sure she probably had to pay for the drywall repair.
I broke so much drywall in my church growing up, it's ridiculous. I put my foot through the wall one time and then ran away and tried to pretend like I didn't do it, and somebody told on me, snitch.
Oh my god.
We set off the fire
What is it with boys and
extinguisher.
drywall? Just really
It's-
have it out
It's
for
weak.
it.
It's weak. You just
Just like it makes you feel strong to punch it and kick it.
unless you hit the stud.
That's why they like to hit women too, I guess.
I don't like to hit either
Just
one.
makes you feel strong.
No.
No.
I don't think. I have some people. I'm sure.
I feel like that must be the appeal. I don't know.
I could see that.
I'm not.
I can see-
I'm not really no. I got like in a 2-second fight in 7th grade with like my best friend. Like
Uh-huh.
I pushed her, she punched me, and then a teacher was there. That's it. Other than like getting my ass kicked by my older brother my whole life. Like,
Oh, shit.
That's about it.
Well,
I'm a chicken shit. I don't.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I don't get in too many fights.
I might like run my mouth until it looks like shit's gonna get real, and then I'd probably back down.
Yeah, I still talk a lot of shit. Yeah, it's fun though. Talking shit is a pastime,
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
with comics. Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
busting each other.
I do love the ball busting
It's so
aspect.
much fun. It's
Yeah.
so much fun to just.
It's really fun. And just bust on people.
But then sometimes to onlookers, it's like, oh my god. Or I mean, there are some people who too don't like.
Yeah, or like sometimes I think like,
And it
hey,
always
everybody's
goes too far.
joking, and then it's like, oh no, somebody's really mad.
No, it every time.
AKA
100%.
Mike. AKA Mike.
Oh, God, I'm gonna beef. AKA beef.
Yeah, do it.
Um,
No, I love him. He's like my comedy dad. He's always giving
yeah, I
me
love Mike.
guidance and good, really good advice and support. I appreciate him.
We're gonna have his podcast launch soon. You have to come back and do that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Mike's a good guy. He's been
cool.
really helpful I think he's been helpful to me, and I think in some way to a lot of people around here. But yeah, we bust like making fun of each other and all that shit is a lot of fun.
I need that though. Like I need somebody to like tell me what to do, and he's clearly comfortable being that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He. I'm trying to think. Soon. Next. Oh, I was gonna ask you. What? Like, where can everybody?
Oh, where can people see me?
Where can people
Am I
find you?
plugs?
Yeah,
I got something to plug.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God. I'm going to be at the Happy Hour Bar this Tuesday, the 19th, I believe.
Of July. This
In Nicholasville.
This might be out then, but it might not. I don't know.
Yeah. If it's not out by then the next thing I know for sure I'm going to be doing is the Funniest Person in Louisville contest on August 4th. I think you're going to be there as well.
Too.
Yeah. So I'm going to like
Trina's there.
spank your ass at
Mike's
that. Can't wait.
Bring it.
No.
Who knows, man? It's a toss-up.
Yeah, I don't know.
You never know, because sometimes the people you think will go up there and kill don't.
Yeah, I honestly, like, literally my entire comedy goal is just, like, go do it.
Yeah.
I don't really want to achieve anything other than doing the thing that I like.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard for me to just, like, leave the house and go do things. I'm very homebody. I'm very sort of naturally introverted, so just going out and getting on stage feels like a win for me.
I mean, it's all little baby steps or whatever.
Yeah.
That one, those two. Funniest Person in Louisville is on the 4th.
Yeah, August 4th.
Okay.
At a loft.
A loft.
I think.
It's
I'm not
right
real familiar with Louisville. I don't go there much.
It's right across the street, basically, from Louisville Comedy Club.
Okay.
Have you been there yet?
Mm-mm.
It's downtown. It's right downtown.
Yeah. I've heard that that's like the new place,
club,
right?
yeah,
I've heard it's really great.
It's a great club. And I've been there every week for like a month, I think.
Oh, wow.
On Wednesday, the open mic. I mean.
Yeah.
But it's good. But yeah, I'll be at that Aloft too. So.
I love an open mic because I feel like I can't let anybody down. I've done like one feature appearance, and then I'll have one more coming up on Tuesday, and there's just a lot more stressful because it's like somebody asked you to be there, and if you suck, they're gonna be disappointed. Yeah,
it's hard to. I've only done like maybe two feet, I guess 2 or 3 maybe, and I don't really try any new shit.
Yeah, I've had one feature so far, and I really fucked up because, number one, I didn't really understand what was happening. I didn't understand I was being paid to be there.
The one on...
the one at the Gray Line station that Alex did.
A while back, yeah.
And I just got really overexcited that day because I had too much time to kill before the show. And my brain was just like churning, and I started coming up with all this new shit that I thought was hilarious. And I did 100% new stuff that night that I'd written that day, and I didn't realize what a stupid thing that was to do.
I mean, it's not. Sometimes it works, though.
I mean, it was okay. Like, there was some laughter, but I should have, done my tried and true dicks are cute jokes,
Yeah, it's hard to gauge. Sometimes I'll be like, that's funny, but then I'm like, you might not. It depends what's on the line, I guess. And then that's also, but also not, I don't know, overcoming that fear of trying new stuff. Because I had a few really good sets in a row, and then I started eating shit again.
Oh.
And I was like, it's because you're trying to recreate. I've been trying to recreate what I did in these previous, like, the same jokes, but like the energy's always different.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can't like so I said a few funny things, and like I don't know. I tried to recreate what happened with that particular audience with another audience.
Yeah, and it just didn't hit the
just
same.
doesn't do the same. It's
Yeah.
not the same. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, again, I don't know what I'm doing. So,
Yes.
a lot of these statements I make are just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong about most things.
Where can everyone, is it Jenny, what's your Instagram? Or
I think
Facebook?
it's Jenny Thing Goes.
Jenny, that's a cool name. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Some
Jenny Thing
stupid, I
Goes.
don't like puns.
Jenny Dryden.
Yeah, Jenny Dryden on Facebook. Jenny Thing Goes on Instagram, although I'm like, I don't really understand Instagram, so I like look at stuff on there a lot, but I don't post much there, and I don't really fuck with stories much. I'm very sort of like social media behind the times. I'm like your grandma, you know, I can do Facebook. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's, I try not to spend too much time on there just because it's not.
It's not good for mental health.
No, I mean, it's like you don't,
Facebook makes me mad.
Like, I wouldn't drink a fifth of whiskey every day either.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what, honestly, it's that just as bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
every time I start like scrolling social media, I feel worse at the end of it than
totally.
I did at the beginning. So.
But no one's gonna promote yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of a hard. It's difficult if you don't enjoy social media.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's like a whole generation of people that it's like second nature to them.
Yeah, fucking boomers.
Boomers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Every person I know, like my mom's age and everyone her age, all they do is they're on Facebook.
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah.
fucking day long. And most people my age are on Instagram. And most people my kids' age are on TikTok.
On TikTok, yeah.
So everybody's on one of them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just which one. So, and they're all the fucking same. It's all just like keep you there.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's bad. It's just like alcohol. It's just like drugs. Anything's kind of probably okay.
Yeah,
as long as,
but anything can become sort of an addictive behavior.
Yeah. But I guess the way they target us is sort of, I don't think people realize.
Yeah, it's very optimized to hijack all your brain chemistry, like the endless feed and.
It don't feel. Right.
They've put a lot of science into making it something that's hard for you to put down. And, yeah, I mean, there's all these studies about how like it destroys young people's self-esteem and things like that. Like, seeing everyone's idealized fake version of their life. Although I'd rather see that than like the drama posts, like people beefing with other people. Or I love like the passive aggressive Facebooking, that kind of stuff. Like I know I have a friend that like she's like constantly she's got kids and she's not a big fan of one of their athletic coaches. So she's constantly posting things about like what a good coach should do and how they should, and I'm like, oh, it's just so passive aggressive.
Yeah.
When people get on there and they say like, I'm not going to say who, but if you know, and blah, blah. And I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, just
show me your dog or what you ate. That's all. I want to see people's dinner and their pets. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure sometimes like the things that pop up and say, like the reminders of like 10 years ago and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I look at the shit I used
Some
to
of that's
post.
really cool, but some of it is so cringe.
Yeah. Some of the stuff.
I used to do a lot more like selfies, like,
What's wrong with
look
that?
how cute my outfit is today.
Well, I'm
or
sure you
I
look
don't
cute.
know. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I also don't mind that because I love looking at women. So, or like cool shit. It's like,
Yeah.
it's better than being embarrassed.
Yeah. I love when it's people's like their hobbies or things
Yeah,
like that,
yeah. But,
Like, hey, here's some cool shit I made, or that's neat.
yeah. I mean, it is a way to self-promote, but it's also, it kind of, I think it gives, and no offense to people, if you can take offense to it, I don't really fucking care. But, like, everyone has the same platform on Facebook, all of it, whatever.
Yeah.
So you can put anything you want on there.
It's true.
And sometimes the things you put on there get tons of likes, and people are like, oh my God, or whatever. But like that doesn't mean that what you did is good art
Yeah, that's
or
true.
creative or anything even
Yeah.
worth a fuck.
Yeah.
You're just
It just means there's a lot of people on your
You're
friends
on-
list
yeah,
that
you're on
want
a
to be
wave.
nice to you.
yeah. So so I think it can give people, including myself, anybody
Yeah.
who lets themselves be susceptible to like a false sense of something, whatever
Yeah.
the thing is, because you get all this feedback from people that's not necessarily real.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna start fucking ranting.
Social media fucking sucks.
Yeah,
That's
it
yeah. But follow us.
Yeah, you totally follow us and watch everything that I do.
Comment, like.
Yeah. Yeah. So, once again, Jenny. What was
Jenny
your-
Dryden.
Jenny Dryden.
Jennything Goes
Jenny
on
Goes.
Instagram. And just Jenny Dryden.
And you can check. You can. Jenny and I both will be at the August 4th Funniest Person in Louisville.
Yep.
Maybe we'll both make it through. Who knows? We'll
Fingers
see. Trina's on that
crossed.
one too.
I wonder, do you have any idea how many people go to the next round?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm just assuming one. So I'm gonna try and win. Trina's on there. Alex Hernandez.
Yeah.
Mike's hosting. There's a couple other people I can't remember, but those are the ones I saw today.
There's a real cool girl that I know who's on my friends list. She's Vidalia Unwin. I
saw
haven't
that
seen
name, I don't
her
know.
perform before, but every time I've ever talked to her, she's been hilarious. So I'm excited to see her.
The name's really familiar. I'll have to check her out. I don't
Yeah.
remember. But good luck at it.
Thank you. You too. I hope that we both kill.
I hope so. I hope I hope I do good and we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
but thanks for coming on.
Thanks for
Jenny
having me.
Dryden.
I'm honored.
And if you ever want to come back, and we'll insecurity
Insecurity blanket one of these days.
Yeah. So it'll work out. It'll be soon. I promise.
Maybe if I do good enough.
No, you're already good enough.
To earn
Don't
it.
worry.
Okay.
I promise. But thank you.
Thanks for
All right.
having me.
All right. Yeah. No problem.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
And now I have to turn everything off.
Yeah. You just get it off.
There's no one here to like turn shit off for me.
I feel like this is.
I think the cameras are about to like run out. Oh shit.
It's like
Yeah. I need to like fix